Hello, I'm Dr. Gloria Horsley, and I'm the president of the Open to Hope Foundation, and I'm here today with my friend Mitch Carmody, and we're at the Compassionate Friends National Conference. And Mitch, you are going to be giving a presentation on
vulnerability.
And what about vulnerability?
Vulnerability, the workshop is the power of vulnerability and knowing who you are as a griever. So that to be vulnerable, we have to find the courage to be vulnerable, because vulnerable to the pain and vulnerable to the joy. Sometimes we don't even expect joy, but with total vulnerability, I look at when I work with TAPS and I see heroes, and a hero that saves somebody is the most vulnerable person on the battlefield. They put themselves in harm's way for someone else. Being vulnerable to joy, vulnerable to hope, open to hope.
What about that? I mean, I've never thought about that as being vulnerable, because it hurts kind of, doesn't it?
It does hurt. So it's a vulnerability on both sides. Vulnerability to the pain, vulnerability to the joy. And when we're vulnerable, that builds resilience, because we're all in. We're all in when we're vulnerable.
But there's fear.
The fear is the other side, and that's the thing. Do we live in fear the rest of our life? But we can learn skills. We can learn resilient skills by being vulnerable. When we put ourselves in that vulnerable spot, we can realize, oh, I got things that I can use that I never tapped before. But if you don't put yourself in that vulnerability spot, you don't even know what you have. You block it all in. And maybe that first year when you talk about vulnerability is all about, or resilience is all about perception. You know, and like the Dead Poets Society, get up on that table and look out and see a whole different perspective. You know, and you can have a perspective. Your perspective can be, this is traumatizing my life, or your perspective can be, I can grow and do amazing things because of this trauma.
Wow.
But we don't say that, but the timing, the synchronicity is everything. You don't say that at the funeral, oh, you're going to grow from this, but a year down the road you talk about the growth that can happen, because you can't change what has happened, but you can talk about what can possibly happen in the future, because we have choices.
Okay. All right, so we're going to make those choices.
That's right, and to feel it, feel the pain and feel the good. We deserve joy. It is our birthright, and we can be locked up and not feel anything, and not feel the pain and not feel the joy, but we need to feel the joy.
Well, thank you for being on this YouTube today, Mitch, and good luck with your workshop.
Thank you. I love being here again. Love with my mama.
And thanks for watching this YouTube today, and I want to remind you, if you've lost hope, please lean on ours till you find your own.